Hello everyone, welcome to eBritish IELTS. In this class we are going to talk about IELTS writing task 2, which is the essay. Now I know that a lot of you find this task challenging and you throw a lot of questions our way. You have questions about how to start the essay, how to end it, how many body paragraphs to write, how to start those body paragraphs. So we decided to break this down into a step-by-step process for you. And today in this video we are going to talk about how to write a magical introduction. So let's begin. Right. So the first aim of writing a great introduction is to be clear and concise. How do you achieve that though? Focus on what the topic is about when you look at the question and make your stand on it amply clear. So there are three things that you must do after you read the question. What are those three things? The first thing that you need to write, the first sentence of your introduction should be a hook line or a background statement on the given topic. The second sentence of your introduction is about paraphrasing the question. What is paraphrasing though? Paraphrasing is writing the question statement in different words without changing the meaning of it at all. And finally, if you're asked an opinion, and IELTS would do it in about 60 to 70% of the essays that you are asked to write. If you're asked for an opinion, you'll have to give it, and you'll give it first up in the introduction itself. So again, what are the three sentences? A hook or a background statement, paraphrasing, and your opinion. Now let's take a practical example and explain the points that I've just made to you. Here is a question, an essay topic. We're going to read that carefully, and then I'm going to write an introduction based on this topic here. So, having a year off before starting universities is becoming increasingly common. Do you think this is a positive or a negative trend? So, on first reading, we know that this is talking about taking a gap year, as they call it, which is after high school and before universities for students. And we know that this is an opinion essay where you are asked to give your opinion. Right. So the three things that I'm going to do before I start writing is understand all parts of the question, which is what is it about. So in this case, it is about taking a year off after high school and before university. And the other part of the question is about giving your opinion, whether this is a positive or a negative trend. So I understand the question, then I plan my three sentences. Now at this stage, students, remember that you have to decide whether you are able to come up with a good hook or a background line or not, and depending on that, you are going to take a call of whether to go straight for the paraphrasing or to have a hook line. Sometimes if you're not able to come up with a good hook line or a background statement, then start with the paraphrasing and omit the background statement altogether. So you can start with paraphrasing and opinion if you're unable to come up with a good hook line. But like I said again in the beginning, if you need to score 7 bands and above, you will need a good background statement or a hook line. Alright, now let's get down to the actual writing of it. Right, so this is my first line or my hook statement. University education opens up new vistas for an individual. What is vistas? It's new possibilities for the future. Okay, so because this is an essay about taking a year off before starting universities, I have started my essay with this hook of university education opening up new vistas for an individual. That is sentence 1. Sentence 2 is paraphrasing. Now, am I effectively paraphrasing here? Before embarking on this significant journey, more and more students are opting for a gap year. Let us see. So here in the question, having a year off, I have paraphrased this as a gap year. Now, before starting universities, it is becoming increasingly common. Increasingly is paraphrased as more and more here in my statements. Now, there's no mention of students, but it is obvious and it is implied, isn't it? Because if you are talking about university education and gap years, then we are talking about students. It concerns students. So I have taken that liberty of putting this word in, even though it wasn't there in the question statement. So my statement again paraphrased thus: before embarking on the significant journey, more and more students are opting for a gap year. Now for the third sentence, which is my answer to this direct question. Do you think this is a positive or a negative trend? Now let me tell you at this point, students, that you can either think it is a positive statement or you can say that it is negative. There's no right answer really in essays or in literature. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that your logic must be in place. If you're saying that it is a positive statement, you must back it up by logic in the subsequent paragraphs. Or you can go in the other direction and say that it is negative as well. Here I say that in my opinion this can be beneficial, so I think it is mainly positive, provided students use their free time wisely. Now I have in my answer not used this word again, positive. I had said it is beneficial. So that is effective paraphrasing for you, and at the same time it encapsulates my opinion. You can look at the screen and decide for yourself how many words I have written. So it is concise, it is clear, it gives an opinion about my opinion on the topic, and it gives a clear overview of what is going to unfold over the next few paragraphs. So that is an effective introduction for you guys. Now you'll have to make sure that all these three things are there, and of course you will have to back it up with great logic in the subsequent paragraphs, like I said. But as far as the introduction is concerned, if you remember these three things, then you have made a great impression right at the beginning of your essay. As for what we are going to do in the body paragraphs and the conclusion, like I said, we are going to break it up in further videos for you. For now though, you need to practice these three principles. So all the best and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.